Okay, so last class we have seen how to calculate or how to compute the total project duration, and also we have discussed that how to classify the activities into two, that is critical and non-critical. So that we have discussed in the last class. And I told you critical is the one in which the project duration lies, and the non-critical you will have the freedom to say that or to start an activity late and finish it on time, or you start it early and finish it early, or without affecting the successor nor the predecessor. You will have the option to plan it. And I told you that that is determined based on the value or based on the term called as float. So float is nothing but the slackness which is present inside the system. And if you calculate the floats for the critical activity, okay, so if you calculate the floats for the critical activity, you can see that for the case of critical activity, the float values are 0. So now we will see how to compute or how to calculate the float values. So the term is called as float, and there are three floats are available. One is called total float, that is called total float. Next is called free float, and the third is called independent float. Okay, so we have used the triangles and rectangle values for calculating all the activities. So I will use the same terminology for to differentiate the floats also. So I have two, basically I had two nodes, node I, and I had another node, node J. Okay, so between node I to J, I am defining the activity that is already known to you. So I to J, we are defining the activity. So the activity is defined based on the duration D I to J. Okay, this is what we have already seen. Now, every I activity, you will have a rectangle value. Okay, you have a rectangle value in the forward pass, rectangle I to your rectangle J. Okay, rectangle I to rectangle J. Okay, and same way for every I and J, you will have a triangle value is also available. Okay, so this is my triangle I, this is my triangle J. Okay, so the float values, okay, so I had told you the three condition. So the float value, so free flat, uh, so the free float value you will be calculating directly between rectangle I and rectangle J. So the equation will be something like FFij, FFI to J will be equal to, the larger value will be rectangle J, smaller value will be rectangle I, okay, minus di to J. Minus di to J. Okay, so that is the free float. So what it indicates, I'll just explain you later. Okay, then we will have the total float. So total float you will be computing based on the relation. Okay, rectangle I to triangle J. Okay, rectangle I to triangle J, that is called as the total float. So we will have the equation. So it is TF I to j equals, okay, the larger value will be triangle J minus, yeah.
Sir, triangle is forward pass.
No, rectangle is forward pass, triangle is reverse pass.
Okay, triangle is reverse.
Eh?
Sir, I got sir.
Yeah, okay, right. So it is triangle J minus rectangle I minus di to j. Okay, and the third one, okay, and the third one you will be computing the third one you will be computing in the vice versa, that is from rectangle J to triangle I. Okay, in this manner. So when you are calculating that, that is called as the independent float. Okay, so that is called independent float. So IF, so IF I to j equals. So the larger value will be rectangle J. So rectangle J minus triangle I minus di to j. Okay, so that are the three floats you will be calculating. So I'll write the equations once again here. Okay, so I am defining the activity based on the duration I to j. Okay, so for I to j, the activity is defined based on the duration di to j. Okay, then I will for every I and j.
Sir, why are you minusing dij, sir?
Pardon me.
In the float, total float, free float, why are you minusing that dij term
See,
from each float?
if I don't minus dij, if I don't minus the dij value, I will not be able to know what is the slackness available in the in each and every activity.
Sir, after doing the forward and backward pass, anyway the time we can know, no? Like
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
so we can directly just do the like between two activities we can minus the slack of forward and slack of backward independently.
Okay. Do it. So this is the equation for calculating it. Okay.
Oh,
The equation for calculating it. Hmm? Okay. So in the if we take the forward part. So for example, I have given you 8 to 9 activity. So if you say that 17 minus 13, 17 minus 13. So what's the value you will get?
4
17 minus 13, 4. Okay. So for what I told you, if the activity is supposed to be critical, then the float values should be 0. Am I right?
yes.
Am I right? So the
Yes, sir.
J activity, the duration of J activity is 4. Okay. The duration of the activity J, okay, is 4. You can see over here.
Yes.
Clear? So that value now automatically will becomes 0. So we can assure that we can also see to that by the calculating in this manner. Okay, all the float values you take any float value. So okay, so whatever the value you take. So this is a triangle, sorry, rectangle J. So rectangle J value here is 17. Am I right?
Yes.
17. So 17 minus
13,
triangle
4,
I.
minus 4.
17 minus 13. Okay. And minus 4. So that becomes, that also again becomes 0. You take
So that's
the yellow line. So it is triangle J. So triangle J is 17 and rectangle I is 13. Okay, and di to j is a duration. That also will become 0. So the float value for every critical activity will be 0. And for a non-critical activity, you will have the option to plan the activity in such a way that you can start early and finish early. That information you can obtain from the case of free float value. Okay, you can get it from the free float value. Okay, the total float, it gives the excess in time span defined from the earliest occurrence of an event I to the latest occurrence of event J. Okay, so that is how long you can delay the start and can finish it at the end in the correct manner. That information you can get it from total float. Independent float will gives you the information that without affecting my predecessor nor my successor, how can I plan the critical activity? That is the
Sir,
independent
if you
float.
take
1 minute. If the independent float value, if I got it as 2, it indicates that without that 2 weeks, I can delay my start. And okay, and if I finish it, if I plan the activity before the start of the next activity, this can be planned. So by using this information, you can able to plan your resources properly. That is, if you want to reduce your project time on a later part, okay, so these additional labors or these additional whatever is resource which is available over there, that you can spend on the other activities and can able to crash your networks easily. Yeah, now you ask.
sir,
Yeah,
and that activity 4, no, sir.
activity.
4, the 10-3.
Yeah, yes.
So that means that 10 we can maximum number of weeks we can do activity 4 is means 1 to 4 is 10 and minimum is the 3, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, so that activity, if we see, there is a plenty of slackness is available. Okay, there is a plenty of slackness is available, and you will have the option to start at 0th week and finish at 2nd week. Okay, or you will have the option to say, suppose the next case for H, I think it is only 1 week. So you will have the option to start at 8th week and can finish it on 10th week. Okay, or you will have the option to start at 3rd or 4th week and finish it on 6th week, 6th or 7th week, or 5th, 6th or 7th week accordingly. Okay, so that value is being calculating with the help of float. Was that clear? If you consider the activity 1 to 4 having a duration of 2, you can start at 0th week and can finish at 2nd week. The resource can be utilized for the other activities. Or you can start on 8th week and finish on 10th week. So initially 8th week, whatever the resources that you can use for the other activities. Or you can delay the start by 3 weeks. So 3 plus 2, 5. Finish it off in 5 weeks. So rest 5 you can use it for the other activities. So these how to plan an activity, how to plan a non-critical activity, that information you are basically calculating with the help of float values. So that is called as the total float, free float and independent float. Okay. So this is how the standard notation which will come in the international books. So some Indian other books, they will use the terms called early start, early finish, late start and late finish for triangle and rectangle options. So it is up to you. So what to follow is. So whatever you are following, please be consistent. Okay, please be consistent. Don't take partial from one book. Don't take partial from another book and don't try to mix it. Okay, so that I have seen in your Viva. Okay, so don't try to do like that. Whatever you are following, you follow it consistently. Is that clear? Any doubt in the calculations? Any doubt in the calculation?
No, sir.
Is it clear? See, your
Yes.
performance in the periodical one is also very pathetic. I'll share the marks by today evening. Okay. So yeah, so many of you have 3 questions we have given to you, and many of you have answered only for 2. Okay, and 1 or 2 full marks are also there. So marks will go from all the ranges. Okay, and the performance in Viva is also similar. I'll share all the marks possibly by tonight. Okay, so if you don't practice well, you will not get time to solve the problems. Again, 3 to 4 questions will come from various topics for your periodical 2. Time will be the same as that of 1 hour. If you don't practice solving the problems or solving the homeworks, whatever I am giving to you, okay, I am trying to deliver the best from my side, and I am asking that any doubt or any issues you are you facing. I am not getting any reply from your side. Any issue is that you have to please, any issue, any doubt if you have, you can ask me. Okay, I'm not telling all. Some are asking the doubts. Okay, whoever is asking, I am clarifying it. Some are asking in the class. Some are sending me messages through WhatsApp or call and clarifying it. Okay, so you have to prepare well. As I told you, this is a good scoring paper. This is a good scoring paper. Easily you can able to score good marks and good grades in this paper. Okay, right. Any other doubts? Anything to be discussed in this topic? Anything to be discussed? Okay, you can calculate. You can calculate. Please calculate the float for all the activities shown over here. Okay. So as node 8 is considered, this will be my I value. This will be my J value for your information. Yeah, please calculate, and please duration you want. Okay, I'll give you another problem for you to calculate it.
Sir, between 3 to 5 it is 2, sir, or 8?
Between
3 to 5.
3 to 5 it is E is 2.
And 2 to 4 is 8, no?
2 to
4. D. Activity D.
yeah, that is 8. D is 8. Yeah, that's all.
Sir, project length is 25.
Project length is 25. Okay, right. Critical path.
And doing backward pass.
See, everybody please try. Okay. Tell me the critical path.
I'm getting like 1 2 5 6, sir, but
1 to 5.
I'm getting like this, sir.
1 to 5. 2 5. No activity is there.
Yeah, no activity is there, but all for all others I'm getting slack, sir.
So 1 to 2. Okay. Then
5 to 6 also, sir. It is a critical path only.
yeah.
5 to 6.
Anybody else who tried? Okay. So forward pass, I think there is no issue. You can calculate. So 0 plus 5. Okay, 0 plus 5. Right. So next is 0. 0 plus 6 is 6. So here two nodes are merging. So 5 plus 3, 8. 6 and 8. The maximum is 8. 8 I entered here. From node number 3 to node number 5, again two options. So 5. So 5 plus 8 is 13. So this is dummy. So dummy this here it is 8. 8 plus 2, 10. So at node 5, 10 or 13, 13 is a maximum. So 13 I have written over there. Okay, now at node number 6, so 8. So 8 plus 11, how much? It is 19. Okay, so this is 13 plus 12, 25. 13 plus 1, that is 14. So largest is 25. So 25 I have written over there. Now come back. We'll come back in the node reverse order. So rectangle. So the last triangle J, that is the node number 6 for node number 6. So this is node number 6. Rectangle 6 equals triangle 6. So 25 is written. At node number 5, this is 12. So 12 minus 25, the value is 13. Okay. Now we'll see at node number 3. Node number 3, this is 13. Okay. So 13 minus 2, how much?
11.
And this is 25 minus
14 will get
25
11.
minus 11. How much?
We'll get 14.
14. So 11 and 14, which is minimum?
11.
11 is minimum. So I written 11 over there. Okay. Now at node number 4, we'll see. So 25 minus 1, how much? 24.
24
Okay.
or 13.
Or 13 minus 0, 13. What is minimum?
13. 13.
13 is minimum. Right. Now we'll see at node number 2. Node number 2, I will have 13 minus 8, 8. How much?
5.
5. And I had 11 minus 3.
Or 8. 5 or 8. So 5.
5 or 8. Which is minimum?
5.
5. So I written 5 over there. Now here, 5 minus 5, 0. Or 11 minus 6. How much?
11 6 is 5.
5. Which is minimum?
0.
0. So 0 written there. Now what is the critical path?
1 2 4 5 6.
Yeah. So 1 to 2. So 1 to 2. 2 to 4. Then 4 to 5. And then 5 to 6. Okay. So the project duration is project duration is 25 weeks. Critical path is 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6. So critical activity is A, comma D, comma H. Okay, now quickly try to calculate the float values. Try to calculate the float values.
Sir, all three floats for each activity, sir.
Yeah, yes. So activity duration, total float, free float, and independent float. So I will have A to G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Duration of the activities will be A is 5, B is 6, C is 3, D is 8, E is 2, F is 11, G is 1, and H is 12. And if you calculate for A, it is all the value will be 0. D also it will be 0. H also it will be 0. So rest all values you can calculate. For B, okay, I am just writing the values only, you can check. So it is so 5, 3, 3, 6 and 11. Free float it is 2, 0, 3, 6 and 11. Independent float value, please give it to me. So when you are considering node G, so this is J and this is I. So that's in that concept, please calculate. Please let me know the independent float values.
For B, 5.
B is
5.
Okay. C.
2, sir.
C it is
2 Is.
2. So rectangle
No,
J it
wait,
is
wait, sir.
8 minus 5.
11 minus 5, 6 minus 3. 3, sir. C is 3.
C is 3.
Yes, sir. Not 2.
You see it is a triangle J. La. So triangle
11.
J is 8. La. Triangle J is 8. 8,
No,
8 minus.
rectangle minus triangle. No.
Yeah, rectangle J. Rectangle J. Rectangle J. J. I and J please take into account.
No, sir. Triangle J minus rectangle I is the formula.
Triangle J. Triangle J is 8. La.
11. Triangle J is 11.
No.
For 2 to 3.
Which float you are calculating? Which float you are telling to me?
2 to 3 at C, sir. C.
Yeah, which float you are telling to me?
Independent float.
Independent float is if I to j is rectangle j minus triangle I minus dij. In green it is written.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir. In yellow, you have written something. Now, what is that, sir?
That is total float.
Okay.
Total float value I already calculated there. So 8 minus 0, 0 minus 6. So 8 minus 6. So the first value is again 2. Second one it is 8 minus 5, 3 minus 3, it is 0. For E, activity E, 13, 13 minus 11, that's 2, 2 minus 2, it is 0. F, it is 25 minus 11, that is 13, sorry, yeah, 25, it's 14, so 14 minus 11, so 14 minus 11 is 3. Activity G, it is 25. 25 minus 13, it is 12. 12 minus 1, it is 11. So any doubt in the calculation part, or am I did it correctly?
And what else, sir?
Correct.
Yes.
So if that is the case, I'll give you two works where you can try your own. One, two, and 3, and 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 to 7. Four to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 4 to 7, 6 to 7, 5 to 6, 5 to 7. So this is 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 6, 7, and 5. So you can try. So you have to get the duration as 19 days.
Sir, can you also write that formula for float, sir? Each float.
Yeah, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. Now next is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So node is 1 to 2. 1 to 2, 1 to 5, 2 to 5, 1 to 4, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 3 to 6. 4 to 6, 6 to 6 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 6, 5 to 7. Values will be 5 here. This is 8, 1, 9, 10, 4, 3, 5, 4, 8, 7, and 3. So we can try both before evening class. Duration is, I'm giving the answer also for you to verify. So it is 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 6 to 7. You want the equations for the floats. So total float equals, you have a rectangle J minus triangle I minus di to j. That is total float. Next is free float. Free float equals rectangle J minus rectangle I minus di to j. Next is independent float as rectangle j minus triangle I minus di to j. So calculate the project duration. Okay, and calculate the float values. Okay, so I'll just give you a problem to work out. Then I will move into the next part. Is machine foundation. So B is electric fitting. Electric fitting. C is repair of floor. D is installation of machine. Installation of machine. E is procurement. B is building whitewash. G it is cleanup. Time in duration is 10, 15, 20, 12, 15, 5 and 2. So relation E doesn't have any predecessor. Activity E doesn't have any predecessor. Then activity A is having a predecessor of E. Okay. And B is also having a predecessor of E. C is having a predecessor of D. D is having a predecessor of A. Okay. F is having a predecessor of B. G is having a predecessor of C, comma F. Yeah. So that is the data. So I think yeah. So as per the given problem, so E is the starting activity which does not have any predecessor. A and B. So A and B, then D, then C. Okay, bottom link from A, B to F. Okay, so C and F is merging and the duration is 59. So total float he has calculated. So 22 and 22. So up to this, that's a correct answer. Okay.